And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Los Angeles Rams and the Jacksonville Jaguars. And it's coming up next on Madden Football.
We're about 15 miles from the Atlantic coast in the northeast corner of Florida. Welcome to Everbank Stadium here in Jacksonville. So good to be with you. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson here. Greg, as we look at this matchup, I'm looking around and hearing this crowd. They're so fired up for this one. What's it like when you come on the road and you've got a hostile environment you need to take care of?
You know, I always liked it. I always thought it added to the element of bringing some energy and bringing some juice, especially in pregame. But once that ball's kicked off, you want to settle this crowd down as fast as you can, especially on offense. Take them out of it. Get them back on their chairs, sitting on their hands. The more energy you give them, the more noise, it does make it a little less efficient to operate, especially on offense. So come out fast, come out furious, and see if you can take this crowd out right from the jump.
Here is Cam Little, ready to get this thing started. And off we go from Jacksonville. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Rams offense taking the field for the first time. They're led by former #1 overall pick and Super Bowl champion with the Rams, Matthew Stafford.
Stafford was one of those guys, Mike, that I think through the first half of his career was probably the most underappreciated quarterback in the entire league. The talent was always undeniable. But when he was constantly discredited for was just the fact that he was on some really bad teams that were left to play really irrelevant football down the stretch. Immediately changed that narrative the second he joined a championship roster. Now, he's just trying to see if he can add some more hardware to that resume and solidify that legacy even further.
They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. A first down there on a pickup of 17.
It's just so impressive to see how good these guys are, especially the veterans, Mike. They've been out there a long time, a lot of experience. They know exactly where they are on the sideline, not only to secure this catch, but to be able to toe tap and drag that second foot. That's a big-time play by a big-time receiver. I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and throw the guy a parade for ultimately what was an incompletion, but can we just take a second to appreciate the arm strength he was able to show there? I mean, I think that ball is over 60 yards in the air, and I would be surprised if they continue to just air it out and see if they can complete one of those.
In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. Second down, it's Stafford. There's a short one taken in by Higbee. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up third down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
The motion man is Nakua. He'll try to run for it with Williams. And he's going to be taken down here. Looks like a pretty good spot, though. Yes, he's got it. That's a first down.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance, but I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough, and they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
Williams gets it on the draw. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down. It's another run here for Williams. And he's got it. First down. A pickup of 4. They'll go again with Williams. And he will work his way down inside the 30 a pickup of 6. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. From the gun, here's Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as, my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Great chance to make an early statement here on the road. It is 1st and goal. Pass caught right side by Higbee. And they'll get him down right around the 5-yard line. Here now, 2nd down and goal. Now it's a bootleg with Stafford. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
3rd and goal. Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. That's hauled in at the 2.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the 1st down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
So, trying to make a statement on this opening drive. They're going to go for it on 4th and goal. They'll go for it. It's Williams. Good blocking, and he's in. Kyren Williams. Touchdown, Rams. And, Greg, that is the way you love to start one of those games. Get off the bus, get on the field, get in the end zone. The road team with the first 6 of this one.
And you can just see, Mike, it takes a lot of the air out of the stadium. And this crowd, they're fired up, start of the game, trying to make their presence felt. And the opposing team goes all the way down for an opening drive touchdown. That's an ideal way to start when you find yourself on the road.
Joshua Carty comes out now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Rams will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, it's Devin Duvernay. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Jacksonville offense ready to go to work for the first time. Leading them out, the former number 1 overall pick back in the 2021 draft, it's Trevor Lawrence.
You think back just a few years ago, Mike, Trevor Lawrence coming out of Clemson, he was regarded as one of the top quarterback prospects of the last decade, and at times he's fit the billing, but it's been the inconsistency, protect the ball, turnovers. If he can clean up a lot of those miscues, he could be one of the top quarterbacks in this league.
Kirk is the motion man. Right away, they'll try a jet sweep. And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. They put a receiver in motion to the left. Lawrence now on 2nd down. That's complete. It's Parker Washington. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Man in motion here is Washington. They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. He did a good job of making one man miss, but could not get away from this defense in the end. It turns into a loss of yardage.
The timing of the jet sweep is critical. If you can get the ball carrier past the end man on the line, typically there's a lot of space downfield, but give credit to the defense. They saw this one play out, they reacted quickly, and they're able to throw him down for a loss.
Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He's got his tight end, it's Ingram. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
Now a first and 10 from the 38-yard line. Here's carry number 1 for Travis Etienne. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
You have to wonder if next time, does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play? It was clear before the ball was snapped. This was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
Once again, it's Etienne. And he's able to find a crease, get ahead for 7, and it'll bring up third down. Lawrence. On the draw, it's Etienne. He will have a Jaguars first down. He was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. Kirk is the motion man. On 1st and 10, Lawrence. This one complete to Washington. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells...
And he's in! Travis Etienne. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come over with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Cam Little comes on now for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Jaguars come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. This returnable from the 4. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. And that's where the offense will take the field. The Rams offense going to take over now for the second time. They'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Williams. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down. Play action now for Stafford. That finds Nakua downfield, complete. 18 yards on the pickup there. Good for a Rams 1st down.
We spent so much time talking about these receivers. How fast do they run, Mike? How high do they jump? But so often, the guys that have the most success in the NFL, it's the mental part of the game. It allows them to create separation, find soft spots in the defense, attack defenders. It's exactly what he's able to do here, and really nice connection.
He'll take a shot here, back of the end zone. That'll be batted away, incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down.
He's trying to set the tone here for the rest of the game and let this defense know there is not a blade of grass on this field that you don't have to defend, because he reared back and he let that one eat. And he's got to work a little bit on his touch, a little bit on his accuracy, but I don't think he needs to work on his arm strength.
Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down. Out of the gun, Stafford. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
The Jaguars offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They'll begin with 1st down from their own 11. Man in motion here is Washington. They look to hit him with a jet sweep here to begin this drive. Hard running there. He'll get this only to about the 13. Here's a 2nd and 9. They put Strange in motion. Lawrence gives this one to ETN. And he did not want to go down. Good running. Manages to gain 5. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. Kirk is the motion man. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
Here come the Rams as their offense trots back onto the field. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. A shotgun snap to Stafford. Right side, complete to Nakua. And it'll be taken down, but it takes them across midfield down to the 40-yard line.
Nice job there, getting the ball to your slot receiver and then letting him get to work. It's a nice feeling as a quarterback when you can just have a short throw, still result in a big gain.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
On 2nd down, here's Stafford. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Stafford to throw again. That's taken in by Higbee. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. Kupp brings it in left side. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. But I don't think it's going to be his last.
That'll be caught by the running back, Williams. And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
This has been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
They'll run. It's Williams. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front, and he's in. Kyren Williams. Touchdown, Los Angeles. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Give him a 2nd touchdown on this one. What an opening quarter, Greg. 2 rushing touchdowns in the 1st.
Well, Mike, we kind of had a feeling this might be the case. They told us all week how important it was to get this guy involved early and often, and boy, have they ever. He has made his presence felt here early in this one.
On comes Joshua Carty for the extra point. He's got it. And the Rams will move out to a 14-7 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, it's Parker Washington. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Jaguars offense ready to see what they can do. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. The drive begins with a carry from ETN. And that'll be good for about a half dozen. It'll set up 2nd down. Here's Lawrence to throw. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down. They'll try and run for the 1st with ETN.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the 1st down, and they're able to convert.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll run it once more with ETN. And that one is closed down in the backfield. What a defensive play. Knifing in, dropping him for the loss.
Anytime the running back is forced to chop his feet in the background and never get to top speed, you know that play's not going anywhere. And that's exactly what the defense was able to force here by getting penetration. Great job there, stopping this play before he had a chance to even get started.
Here's ETN. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this 1st quarter. So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the 1st quarter. 14-7 is our score. We'll have more from Jacksonville after this. Here's a 3rd and 10. Now Lawrence. That is caught by Washington. His 2nd catch of the drive. This one good for 15 and a 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
The carry here for ETN. Good running inside the 25. The speed on display. He's in. Travis Etienne. Touchdown, Jaguars. He had the touchdown catch earlier. This time he takes it in on the ground. Big play out of the running game as the back accelerates all the way to the house for the rushing touchdown.
And Mike, when we talk about burst, that's what we're talking about. And they told us all week, be ready for this guy. He's got something special to him, and that long touchdown there is exactly what they're talking about.
Extra point by Little is good. And the Jaguars will tie things up. We are all even at 14. We are all square, 14 apiece the score as this one's away. Here's Smith to return it. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Kyron Williams and the Rams offense ready to get back to work. This one, everything we could have hoped for to this point. All even at 14. They'll start this drive with first down. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Second and 7. Stafford. He'll find his tight end in the middle of the field at Higbee. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Zone route running, Mike, is very simple. Once you come off the line of scrimmage after the ball is snapped and you know it's zone coverage, as long as it's sort of in the area the quarterback expects you to be, my rule was just run where they're not. And when he throws it, catch it.
Here's first and 10. Working out of the gun, Stafford. That's to Robinson. He's got it. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
That's out to the flat, and it's complete. And he's not going to be able to get away. Very good coverage on the perimeter. It goes down as a loss of yards.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and results in a negative play.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
It's always a risky decision anytime a quarterback tries to force the ball, especially into those tightly contested areas. Not a lot of daylight, not a lot of room for error. In this case, it just falls simply as an incomplete. But as this game unfolds, better decisions are going to lead to better results.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. Travis Etienne and the Jaguar offense ready to get back to work. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. They'll give it to Etienne to start this drive. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Lawrence now. He locates the open man. That's Christian Kirk. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. This run straight ahead for Etienne. And he will work his way to the 32. That's enough for a first down.
Really just the same approach that an offense would take on a quarterback sneak, Mike. You don't necessarily have to spring them for a huge gain. Can you buy just enough space up front to pick up 1 yard? That's exactly what they did. Pick up the first down.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. And the rush too strong. They're in there in a flash for the sack.
They probably would have been better off just handing the ball off to the running back, Mike, because when they used him as a decoy, nobody fell for it. By the time he finished his fake and got his head around, the defense was all over him.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They go play action for Lawrence. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
The whole idea of the play action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
Now a screen set up for ETN. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. The Rams offense ready to get back to work. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They run over center with Williams. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
It's another run here for Williams. And some good blocking at the point of attack. A pickup of 7, and it brings up 3rd down. From the gun, here's Stafford. It's complete. He's got Cup. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 72 yards. Touchdown, Los Angeles. 3rd down. My focus, Greg, was on picking up the first down. Forget that. They go down the field and in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and I don't think it was just your focus, Mike. I think in this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that first down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown.
Cardi now to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Rams have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Washington now to return it. He's to midfield. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
And that's a heck of a return right there. I mean, he's going to bounce his way towards the left sideline. Just a ton of space over there to run. And they finally get him out of bounds. But not until he nearly managed to turn the corner and almost take it all the way.
The Jags offense and Travis Etienne set to get back to work. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Kirk is the motion man. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Some nose guards in the 3-4 defense, Mike, are just asked to take up space and eat up blockers. But not this guy. He defeats his blocker and makes the tackle. That's playing the nose guard at the next level.
They'll run. It's Etienne. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
What we're seeing here in this first half, Mike, is an example of the offensive line, the running back, and the play caller all on the same page. The execution and the ability to continue to pick up chunk plays on the ground has been a great start for this offense.
Kirk is the motion man. A first down throw for Lawrence. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some easier and better completions.
Here now, 3rd and 5. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
So, 4th down, and on comes the rookie, Cam Little, for this Jaguar field goal. This will be a 38-yard attempt. Little's kick is good. And the Jaguars will cut the lead down to 4.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
So, after the field goal, back out is Little to kick this one away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Matthew Stafford and the Rams offense getting set to go again. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. He spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. First and 10. Off play action. It's Stafford. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
Just a great individual effort, and when you have a guy that can win his one-on-one matchups, now it becomes less about who's blocking him and how do we block him. Expect the offense to make some adjustments because right now, one-on-one, this defender is going to win every time.
They'll go with Williams. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. Foye Oluokun with the play. Third and long. To throw is Stafford. This one is caught by Robinson. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
Duvernay to return. And it's a decent return. Gets some of that yardage back before he's forced out of bounds. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. In motion comes Thomas. On 1st down, Lawrence. Open man downfield, that's Ingram. How about 25 yards to start the drive? 1st down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. He'll get this complete over the middle with Kirk. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process.
And he will get into the end zone. Christian Kirk, touchdown Jacksonville. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. Here's Lawrence. That's caught left side by Ingram. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
They'll run it here with ETN. And he's going to get stopped in the backfield. He'll take him down at the 3-yard line.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
Backed up to the 3, it's 2nd and goal. Again, they give it to ETN. And he won't quite get in. Down to the 1. Setting up 3rd and goal. They'll try and run with ETN. And he's into the end zone yet again. Travis Etienne. Touchdown Jaguars. What a half he is putting together. That's his third touchdown already. And make it 3 touchdowns now. Remember, he caught the one earlier. That's his second rushing touchdown of the game.
And Mike, this is what every offense is searching for out of the running back position. Can you impact the game equally on the ground as you can through the air? And that's exactly what this guy has done so far today.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. The return starts from the 5. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Rams offense and Matthew Stafford heading back onto the field. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. And he looks to add to them with another drive here. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Williams. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
They'll go again with Williams. And he'll work his way forward to about the 30-yard line. Third and 6. Out of the gun, Stafford. Open man, right side. He's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They get 22 yards there. Good for a Rams first down. Two minutes to play in the first half of a 3-point game. Back with more from Jacksonville after this timeout. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. A shotgun snap to Stafford. He'll drop this down to Williams. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
3rd and a yard. They'll throw once more. Here's Stafford. That one on target to Williams. He's got it. A pickup of 12 yards. First down, L.A.
That last completion's going to go a long way towards at least finishing this 2-minute drive, Mike, with some points. You're already in field goal range, so now the idea is continue to work the clock down, take a couple shots at the end zone. You want to get points, ideally a touchdown, but either
to the goal line and in. Demarcus Robinson. Touchdown, L.A.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page, Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
On comes Joshua Carty for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Rams have taken a 4-point advantage. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Jaguars offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Throwing is Lawrence. He finds his tight end. That's Brenton Strange.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Lawrence. They'll try to hit him with a screen. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass. Now a 3rd and 2. To throw is Lawrence. He's got his man. It's complete to Thomas. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. Play action now. It's Lawrence. And he'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence. Off he goes. And the offense will elect to burn a timeout. 5 seconds remaining in this 2nd quarter. Third down, 3 to go. Lawrence now. That's deep for the back of the end zone. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
All right, Mike, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Rams got a nice throwback performance from their veteran quarterback, Matthew Stafford. He's over 300 yards passing already as he's looking to possibly put his name in the record book. Both of these offenses had their share of high points in that first half. Each team had some big moments, and it would seem this could turn out to be a game where the last score wins.
Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as we look at the highlights, you see it's been tough to stop him here today. Couple of touchdowns in this ball game. He has, without a doubt, been the driving force in this offense so far. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll give it to ETN on the option. Look at him move away from a tackler as he winds up gaining 7 yards. Nice run there. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll run the toss here to ETN. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a first down.
I think this second down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a third down and short. But there's no need for third down. He was able to get enough on second, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Lawrence, on the draw, it's ETN. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's a 2nd and 6. In the pistol, here's Lawrence. There's a short one taken by Ingram. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence. That's caught once again by Ingram. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
Along the sideline, Kirk pulls it in.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Here's 2nd and 2. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And he's in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Here's Cam Little for the PAT. The kick is good. And the Jaguars go up by a field goal as they lead it by 3. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. Here's Smith to return it. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Rams offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And as we take you through some of the highlights so far, you're going to see a lot of passing yards. He has carved up this defense over 300 yards passing in the game and has been sharp right from the start. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Stafford now on 2nd down. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
So after picking up some positive yardage on 1st down, they end up going backwards on 2nd. That sack now brings up 3rd and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation makes them very one-dimensional.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Stafford. And that is incomplete.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
Punt team headed out for the Rams. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. This one fielded out beyond the 25. And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. The home team's offense and their running back set to go once more. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. The drive begins with a carry from ETN. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Here's Lawrence to throw. This one complete to Washington. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. Quick throw here is complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And he's going to pick it up and take it down inside the 35 for the first down. Back to throw. Lawrence. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
Watch the pursuit by this defensive end. The quarterback tries to escape the pocket, but he just keeps on chasing him, and he closes that ground in a hurry and brings him down for a big sack.
Second down, Lawrence. To the right side, he's got Ingram, the tight end. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up third down.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Lawrence from the gun here on third down. He's going to send it downfield looking for Ingram. And he'll take it on in. Evan Ingram. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field. And after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
Little on now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Jaguars will extend this third quarter lead. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. Here's Smith to return it. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. Set to go now on 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by Williams. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. He dropped for the loss of a yard.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings them down for a loss.
Here's a screen set up to Williams. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it, because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. A play fake. Now Stafford to throw. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up third down.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we can talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
Stafford now on third down. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. There's Trevor Lawrence as he and the Jaguars get set for their next drive. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, try to add to it. It begins with first down. 3 tight ends in the game to start the drive. Lawrence gives this one to ETN. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
Once again, it's ETN. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's third down.
The truth is, Mike, they just aren't getting the push they need up front. This defense has been a motivated group these last couple plays, and now for the second straight time, they failed to even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Lawrence. He'll try to run for it. Taking advantage of the room to run, a gain of 19 on the scramble.
These are the plays that are just crushing for a defense. Here you are, you think you're about to make a big stop, force fourth down, and get the football back, but instead you let the quarterback get loose. He picks up the first down with his legs, and now you got to defend a fresh set of downs.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. On the ground, here's ETN. And he'll get about 5. They'll run it once more with ETN. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
In motion comes Thomas. On third down, they'll set up to throw. He'll get this complete over the middle with Kirk. It's a gain of 12 there. That's good for a Jaguar. First down.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
And he slides and covers up at the end, avoids the hit, and picked up decent yardage along the way.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
On second down, here's ETN. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Well, the defense gets a rare win. We've seen this ball carrier have his way on the ground pretty much all day today, Mike, and give credit to the defense. They were able to get back in the backfield with some penetration and bring them down for a loss.
Here's Lawrence. He's got his man down the field. It is a big completion. And he will score. Brian Thomas. Touchdown, Jacksonville. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
Extra point by Little is good. And the Jaguars are able to extend the lead. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. Here's Smith to return it. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Here comes Cooper Kupp and the rest of the LA offense set for this next Rams possession. And he was unguardable in the first half. You see the numbers as they try to add to those here in the third quarter. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And a good tackle out wide will hold them to a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. It's another run here for Williams. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down forthcoming. Out of the gun, Stafford. That's over the middle and take it in. He's got it.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the 1st down.
Stafford now on 1st down. Open man is Robinson. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. To throw is Stafford. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
He does a fantastic job, Mike, of not only locating the ball in the air, but then attacking it hands on hands. That's exactly something they work on every week in practice. Great job translating those drills into a live game.
And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. The Jaguars offense ready for this next possession. And as we look back at some of the highlights of this one, Greg, definitely a lot to show from the passing game.
Yeah, and as good as the offense feels about their passing game, I think if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you've got a lot of learning to do because you just get burned time and time again. You'd think at some point you'd make an adjustment and make a correction. So at this point, they've given up 4 touchdown passes. You're just not going to win a lot of games in the NFL giving up that production in one phase of the game.
Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. Lawrence now. This one is caught, and it's the tight end, Strange. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down.
Mike, did you see how hyped the sideline got after that run after catch? I mean, I thought the bench was going to run out onto the field to celebrate. He refused to go down on first contact and second contact for that matter.
Now Lawrence on the bootleg. He's got the tight end, Luke Farrell. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. This run straight ahead for ETN. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. Up the middle, here's ETN. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. And now, it's 3rd down. They'll try and run here with Bigsby. A gain of 11 on that one. 1st down, Jacksonville.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
On the draw, the game ETN. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down. Second down and 3. Tight end motioning left. Now ETN. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, Mike, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
There he goes again. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
Well, here he is just taking over this drive from the running back spot. And frankly, Mike, any time the secondary and defensive backs are making a lot of tackles downfield, you know the offensive line's doing their job up front, and we can see the results.
They'll go back to ETN on 1st down. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9, Just a yard short of that first down. Second and a yard. Out of the gun, they'll give it to ETN. And that'll give him a first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes.
Pretty evident that the defense is just giving no time of day to any run actions. They are playing pass all the way, and he can continue to give as many play action fakes as he wants. It hasn't affected anybody, and in this case, it results in a sack.
First down was not very good. Here's second and goal. Now here's Lawrence. He's going to tuck it and go. And he'll gain yardage and able to get down at the end of the play.
Great job in coverage here. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball. He decides to tuck it and turn into a runner. They get to him quickly. Picks up a couple yards, but not enough now. Brings up third down.
The tight end, Ingram, is on the move. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. Evan Ingram, the intended target. And now it's fourth and goal.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on.
Now, Doug Peterson, none too pleased with that call, and out comes the challenge flag. They're looking both at the feet to see if 2 were down, but also whether or not he had full possession of the football when those feet were down. So that challenge, a successful one. Here's Cam Little for the PAT. The kick is good. And the Jaguars will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. Here's Smith to return it. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Rams offense ready to see what they can do. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. A shotgun snap to Stafford. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line.
Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows, make the quarterback throw the ball to the sidelines. When you allow him to operate in there, especially with that much space, you're going to make for a long day.
Kupp brings it in left side. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, here's Stafford. He'll get this complete. It's Kupp again. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Stafford to throw again. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down.
It came up a little bit short there on 3rd down, but I think the reality is, Mike, they've been in 4-down territory for a while now. You find yourself down multiple scores, you cannot afford to waste any of these possessions.
They only need a yard, and it's 4th down. They'll snap it. Here's Stafford. Oh, the blitz gets there. He is sacked, and they will turn it over on downs.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
The Jaguars offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They start with the lead and the football, and they do so with tremendous field position. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff, ETN. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
They'll run. It's ETN. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. The lane closed quickly. And here comes 3rd down. Play action now. It's Lawrence. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
I think this defense is wondering where some of these missed throws were earlier in the game. I mean, for a while, it seemed like everything the offense did hit. And after that last incomplete pass, although this game's all but over, this defense will certainly take it.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Jaguars add on to their lead.
I think at this point in the game, Mike, when you have things under control, not only were they able to hold on to the ball for a while, they still were able to manage to add 3 points.
So after the field goal, back out is Little to kick this one away. Here's Smith to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Rams offense and Cooper Kupp heading back onto the field. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Stafford. Throwing left side there, but it is incomplete.
Well, we all know the running joke, right, Mike? If this guy could catch, he'd be playing offense. And, well, I think that's kind of a joke for the past. These defensive players are incredible these days. That's just too easy. You've got to secure that interception for your defense and get off the field.
Stafford now on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
Over the middle, it's Kupp. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
You know, it's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
Throwing again is Stafford. That is caught. It's Robinson. And he's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
They'll throw once more. Here's Stafford. Here's a screen set up to Williams. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game, just one more thing for the defense to have to defend, make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone, defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing that.
Darnell Savage, terrific coverage there, able to get a hand on it.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Quick throw here is complete. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
These can be tricky situations defensively, right? The game is all but over. Barring something unforeseen, you got this one in the bag, but you still want to finish on a high note. You still want to walk off the field and put an exclamation point on what's pretty much been a dominant performance right from the start.
They run over center with Williams. And he'll be taken down.
Well, this is the advantage to having a really effective passing game, Mike, as the defense now tries to adjust to stopping you through the air. It's a lot easier to mix it up and run the ball. There's a lot less defenders in there trying to stop you.
A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's 1st and goal. Back to throw, Stafford. That is caught, and he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
They'll try to run it with Williams. And this one ruined quickly. Take him back to the 5-yard line.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense, just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing and another loss of yards.
In motion, it's the tight end, Higbee. Now Stafford on 3rd and goal. To the goal line and in. Puka Nacua. Touchdown, Rams. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Cardi now to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Rams are able to cut into the deficit. So the late score gets them a bit closer to respectability. They'll try to get even closer with an onside kick.
You have no choice. You find yourself down big here late in the fourth quarter, Mike. You got nothing to lose. Give it a shot. Nice job here by the hands team recovering. And they're going to take over possession.
The Jags offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. First and 10. They'll give it to ETN on the option. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Lawrence gives this one to ETN. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion. In a moment, they'll come up to 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. That one on target with Kirk. They've got it. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
I think they're going to have to be more creative here on the back end with the types of coverages they show this quarterback. Change the look pre-snap to post-snap. Mix in zone, mix in man. They got to make it more challenging on the quarterback going forward.
Man in motion here is Washington. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. A modest gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down. Once again, it's ETN. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
Have to imagine at some point here, Mike, the defensive coordinator looks to change things up. This running back has had his way with them all day long. Get a few more guys in the box, but then you know what that does. It opens you up down the field to that passing game.
So it's a win here for the Jaguars. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Jaguars are the winners here at home as we say, so long from Jacksonville.